I'm going to tell you why I built my own text message system and what it means if you were a client of mine. So it's obvious to me most agents text from their personal phone whenever they remember to, but I built a fully automated compliant SMS system. And here's what that actually means for buyers and sellers in southern Idaho. If you ask most real estate agents how they communicate with clients, and you'll get a version of the same answer. Basically, they call, they email, and then they send text from their personal cell phone whenever they think of it. But there's really no system to it. There's no record, there's no consistency. If they're busy, you might wait hours for a response that could have been sent automatically the moment something changed. So, oh, in case I didn't mention, I'm Dr. Ron Jones. I'm with the Jeremy Orton Real Estate Group. I work for Keller Williams here in Sun Valley, Southern Idaho. But I've spent the last several months building Home Scores Pro. It's a complete operating system for my personal real estate practice. One of the most important components that I've added is a fully automated A to P compliant SMS communication layer powered by Twilio. In plain English, when you're my client, you get text messages at the right moment every time without me having to remember when to send them. So there's a communication gap that nobody talks about. So here's the reality of most real estate transactions. The agent is juggling multiple clients, multiple listings, multiple offers if they're lucky, which means multiple deadlines at the same time. So in that environment, communication can easily start to slip. You might not hear that your inspection's confirmed until the morning of, or you might find out about a counteroffer via a phone call that goes to voicemail. You might not know your lender needs a document until there's a problem. So that communication gap is where deals get stressed and trust starts to erode. It's not because agents don't care, most of them do. It's because they don't have a system that takes communication off their plate and handles it automatically. Well, I do. So, what does the system actually send, you're asking? Well, when you work with me in the Twin Falls or Magic Valley market, my SMS system sends you messages at specific trigger points during the transaction. Appointment confirmations, for example, when a showing or an inspection is scheduled. Property updates when something changes on a home you flagged. Transaction updates when we hit a milestone like mutual acceptance, inspection clearance, financing approval, or a clear to close at the very end. Now, these aren't blasts or spam. These are precise transactional messages built around what's actually happening in your transaction. You can opt in voluntarily. You can always opt out by replying the word stop and never hear from the system again. But every message identifies the sender clearly. It's from Ron Jones, it's from Home Scores Pro, it's from Jeremy Orton Real Estate Group, and it's from the Keller Williams Sun Valley, Southern Idaho brokerage. There's no mystery texts from unknown numbers. So let me tell you why compliance matters more than you might think. Building this system wasn't as simple as signing up for a texting service. Real estate agents who send unsolicited or non compliant text messages can face serious regulatory consequences, and so can the clients who receive them if their data isn't handled properly. So, my SMS system is built to the A to P 10 DLC standard, which is the compliance framework for major U.S. carriers where they require for business to consumer text messaging. That means I went through a formal campaign registration process with Twilio. I had to document exactly how content is collected, how consent is collected, built a separate unchecked opt-in checkbox on the HomeScores Pro website, and established clear stop help protocols. Every text consent is timestamped and IP logged. I did all of that because I believe people who trust me with their home purchase or sale deserve to know their information is being handled at the same standard a licensed professional, not a side hustler operator, would apply. Now, what does this feel like when you're a buyer? Well, let's say you're buying your first home in Jerome or Kimberly. You found a house you love, you make an offer. Here's what my system does automatically from that point. Your inspection gets scheduled. You receive a confirmation text with the time, the address, and a note about what to expect. Your financing contingency window's open. If your lender needs anything from me, they get a message, and so do you. We hit mutual acceptance. You get a text confirming we're officially under contract. Clear to close. You get a text with your closing date and what to bring. None of that requires me to stop what I'm doing, find your number, type a message. It fires automatically every time without fail. You stay informed, you feel taken care of, and I can focus on the parts of your transaction that actually require my 30 years of experience and my knowledge of the southern Idaho market. Now, what does this feel like when you're a seller? If you're selling a property in Twin Falls or Gooding or Burley or anywhere in the Magic Valley, you know that waiting for feedback after showing is one of the most stressful parts of the process. My system closes that gap. Showing confirmed, you get a heads up. Showing feedback comes in, you hear about it. Offer received, you're notified immediately. The days of sitting by the phone, wondering what's happening to your listing are over when you work with me. So, what's the bigger picture? The SMS system is one layer of Home Scores Pro, but it illustrates something important about how I've rebuilt my practice around technology. Every piece of the system is designed to eliminate the gaps where things normally fall through the cracks. The Home Scores Pro handoff handles transaction coordination the moment you go under contract. Maya, one of my AI agents, reads my inbox daily and flags what actually matters. Marcus, another AI agent, builds my daily execution plan. Valentina manages buyer communications and showing pipelines. And the inspection reviewer reads reports so that I know exactly what to negotiate. And now this SMS layer makes sure you'll never get left wondering what's happening with the most important financial transaction of your life. If you're buying or selling in southern Idaho, and if you're an agent who wants to know how I built this, reach out. I'm happy to talk through what HomeScores Pro transaction looks like from the inside. Let's talk. I'm Dr. Ron Jones, and I approve this message.